Hello and welcome back to Core Finance. I'm Matt Brown. I am joined by Ian Foster of beawinningtrader.com. This is the second of two videos we're doing today. We've already looked at a few indices. We're now going to look at some currencies. So if we have a quick look at the slides you brought along, well, cable, it's fallen out of favour. Just talk us through this chart.
It is indeed. Well, again, you can see cable has been reasonably strong because what determines an uptrend, as you know, is higher highs and higher lows. And I have marked in what we would call our higher vertical bar trading pattern highs and lows on the chart. And the last high was at 132.67. The support there is at 125.88. So technically speaking, on a weekly basis, unless we break 125.88, that would, if we weren't able to break 125.88, that is where the last low is. So that would mean that if it was a higher low than 125.88, technically speaking, if we're to continue in this trend that has been going on now for, you know, this last couple of months, it would perhaps give us a higher high, which would then give us a target of 134.43, which was the previous resistance up there. So that cable, yes, I know this last few days it's struggling a little bit, but when you look at it in the broader picture, and sometimes we get very, as traders, we get very much, we get very narrow eyesight really to look at the shorter time frame charts, and sometimes you have to look at the larger time frame charts to sort of give you a real direction, and then perhaps position yourself in the shorter time frame charts in the direction of the longer time frame. But again, I just want to point out at 125.88 is the key support in cable at this minute in time.
So as an interim trade, it could be a buy.
It could be a buy. I mean, anything above one, you know, the closer that it gets to 125.88, and then of course the skill of a trader comes along, where you're looking maybe at the shorter time frame chart and watching then is there support coming in above that with a higher high and a higher low in a shorter time frame chart, and getting yourself positioned, knowing that you don't want it to break 125.88. That is the key level. Yes.
Down there. Fantastic. And moving on, we're looking at euro sterling, and
well, again, with
incredible moves we've seen, but
some incredible moves here with the euro sterling, and it's non-stop. I don't know exactly what it's done this morning. I took this snap, this chart snap last night, and again, this is taken on a daily. What I'm also displaying here, Matt, just you can notice there the red bars and blue bars and green. What red obviously indicates is weakness. It's a piece of software that I've actually developed, and blue is a sign of strength. Green is sort of a no man's land, neutral, yeah. And the original buy there was actually at 0.8644. Going back, the first blue bar came in. In other words, that was telling us that the sum total of buying pressures at that particular chart on the daily was greater than the selling pressures, and the market yesterday was at 0.9215 or 9217. As I say, I'm not too sure what it's done this morning.
It's around those levels.
What I have done, if you widen your picture out, there is resistance up here at 0.9411, and at this stage, you know, are we going to go to 9411? We just have to watch it, but more than likely there seems to be that drive on now, you know, momentum, and this little bit of uncertainty that's going around with the talks, and perhaps with the holiday period, etc. No doubt sterling will make a comeback again the euro. I'm quite sure of that at some stage. But it's quite funny that come back, or I don't know whether funny is the correct word, but come back quite a period of time ago, everybody was saying it's going to be, you know, and it did go. It went to 0.98, 1 for 1, and it's going to stay there and maybe go less than the sterling's going to be less than the euro, and all of a sudden it quickly reversed. All of a sudden, if you notice, there hasn't been as much talk this time of this rally.
No, I mean we did have, I think JP Morgan yesterday said it may go to parity, so we might see.
Yes, right. Well,
and maybe that's a sell signal, but
maybe yes, because when everybody starts getting on the bandwagon, that's the time to beware. Exactly. It's a bit like the cryptocurrencies at the present minute. You know, everybody's talking about, you know, Bitcoin, etc. Perhaps is that a side of, you know, beware. And the same as this here, up until now, but up until very recently, this has actually made this move quite quietly, quite, you know, as you can see there, pretty straightforward move, you know, small retracements, rallies, small retracements. So, I mean, again, I see 9411, that is the next resistance for me. If it were to break through that there, then perhaps the JP Morgan will be correct.
Well, you'll be in good company. Right, moving on, just to let our viewers know, and if you can just talk through this slide, what's going on tonight?
Well, again, free webinar. We do regular free webinars, and we have a free training webinar tonight at 7:30 p.m. To sign up, it is freewebinar.beawinningtrader.com. Now, on that there, I will be demonstrating our methodology, which is all based around price action. And then we will be demonstrating our software trading tool, which we call the STB Trend Trader trading tool. And it's when you amalgamate the both together, it sort of puts a little bit of icing on the cake and gives you very definitive signals, and also lets you know, which is very important from a trader's perspective, exactly when you're wrong, because that's when you can, that's where you put your protective stops. You can base your money management, your risk management techniques all around that. So I will be demonstrating that tonight. If you would like to sign up, freewebinar.beawinningtrader.com. I'd more than welcome you. See what we're all about, and if there's anything that I can help you with, again, on that there, you'll be able to email me, and you'll see my email address, etc., etc.
Fantastic. Well, check that out, viewers. Free webinar, and if, as you say, they can ask you questions, emails, etc. So
indeed.
Fantastic. Well, Ian, thank you very much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you very much, Matt.